I'm sorry, but I quit. This was fun. Have a wonderful life. Love you.
My baby, you're my baby, say it to me.
Angela Carini, who quit her Olympic boxing match against Imane Khelif after 46 seconds, has said that she wants to apologise to her opponent. Talking to the Italian newspaper Gazzetta dello Sport, she said, "All this controversy makes me sad. I'm sorry for my opponent too."
Y'all dead wrong for accusing Imane Khelif of being a man. And so I've been doing my research about this for a couple days now. So I'm doing this video so late. Y'all gonna see this video tomorrow morning. I just came back from the gym. I'm gonna, meal prep and take a shower. But again, like when I first saw this breaking news and I saw the clip again, like she literally lasted. Angela Carini, I think that's how you say it. Angela Carini, I believe that's how you pronounce it. She's Italian. She lasted in the ring with this woman for like 46 seconds flat. Like it was less than a minute. Boom. Miss Imane Khelif, she hits her with a body shot, and like Angela just crumbled. She was like, "Oh my god, oh my god." She was like, "This got to be, this got to be a man." Like I can't believe. She said, "I'd never been hit so hard before in my life." So again, like I was outraged. I was like, "Okay, there's a reason why." Again, like men just biologically are superior when it comes to physical muscular strength. Like their bodies, testosterone, or whatever. I mean, it's the reason why they separate men and women's sports, right? To keep women safe and for it to be like an even playing field. That's why we have freaking separate bathrooms. Men have their own bathroom. Women, we got our own bathroom. It's simply not safe for women to be in like men's presence if we being for real. But so again, like I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, so I'm like, it's Miss Imane Khelif. Is she like a trans woman, right? Like she was born genetically male, and maybe like she had estrogen or what do they call it, hormone replacement therapy, where they put you on like testosterone blockers and they just boost your estrogen up. So I'm like, okay, well that's not fair. But then just doing some research, so they saying like she is genetically female. Okay, she does not have a Y chromosome. She has two X's. That means she's female, right? I have two X's. I'm female. But they saying like she failed a gender based test because she produces a higher level of testosterone. I'm not sure because again, like I was confused when I first saw the clip of her fighting Angela in the ring because I was like, she doesn't. Again, like she's tall, she's 5'10", okay, but she's a lightweight, so she's below 100. She's for 145 max threshold, both of them, right? But I'm looking at her body, like again, like she seemed taller. She had like longer limbs and arms or whatever. But I'm like, women in the WNBA are all women. Like Angel Reese is 6'3". De'Erica Hamby is 6'3". Caitlin Clark is 6 feet tall. Are these all men too? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand all these accusations. Like, again, like Angela Carini, in my opinion, doing my research, she dead wrong and she a crybaby. She a crybaby and she a sore loser. And y'all dead wrong and she dead wrong for accusing Miss Iman. Is it Imani? I think it's Imani. Imane Khelif of being a man just because, again, she couldn't take her. Like, she couldn't hang with her in the ring. Let's be real. Angela couldn't hang with Miss Imane Khelif in the ring. She felt that, right? Because again, like I don't do combat sports, okay? But imagine you get into a ring with somebody. Just the nature of boxing and like combat sports, period. Like UFC, cage fighting, all that mess. I do not deal with that mess, okay? Imagine you being trained to brutally like punish another human being. That's what happens with boxing. Now, Angela ain't gonna lie, like just again, judging by just looking at them, okay? Now, Miss Imane Khelif, again, like she's not giving me second male characteristics. I don't see like a 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock gray shadow beard. I don't see no Adam's apple. I'm looking at her. I'm like, okay, she got some muscular strength, but I got muscular strength. I just got done doing 30 minutes on the jump rope, doing 30 minutes on the treadmill. I take care of myself. I work out. And that's just how my lifestyle is. I'm like, if you see me in person like right now, I'm not trying to brag, but I have a higher lean muscle, okay, on myself than the average woman, okay. But if you see me, like clearly I'm a woman, okay. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, Geneva, you can bench press this and that. You must be a man." Like that's ridiculous. Again, Miss Imane is genetically female. Now I'm gonna give y'all some of their player stats. Now Miss Imane, she stands at 5'10". Again, she is still considered a lightweight. So 66 kilograms or 145-pound division. Now Miss Angela Carini, she is 5'8", so she's just 2 inches shorter than Imane. She represents Italia. She's Italian. She's from Italy. And by the way, Imane, she is from Algeria. That's North Africa. And Angela, of course, again, like she is in the lightweight division. She's below 66 kilograms or 145 pounds max threshold. Again, Angela couldn't hang with Imane in the ring. She cried and bowed out. She decided to point fingers and accuse her of being a man. Accuse her. This is another thing. So this brings me to the topic on the power of white women tears. This is not the first time a white woman, a professional white woman athlete, has accused a woman of color. Because again, Imane is from North Africa, and again, like a lot of people, again, this is kind of controversial. A lot of people don't. Okay, so just recently, white people, Italian people were considered white, right? But Angela, Italy is in Europe, right? She's a white woman. Now, I've seen some dark Italians again. Like I'm not here for all the debates. Italy is in Europe. She white. And Miss Imane, she comes from Algeria, it's North Africa. First of all, they don't have laws. They don't support that mess. Okay, they don't support transgender people and stuff. Like, why would they send a transgender woman, or trans man or trans anybody, a transformer, okay, to represent their country and at the highest level a competitor or an athlete could compete in, which is the Olympics, the world stage Olympics. It's a global thing. They don't believe in that. Like Algeria is very much, it's mainly Muslim and then Christians right below it, right behind the Muslim Islam population. They don't support that over there, okay? So that's another thing. It's like, why would you say go straight to, oh, this is a man? Like this is what happens again. I'll watch boxing, but I'll never participate. Again, I don't do extreme sports. I don't do combat sports. I'm not about to mess up my pretty mug, okay? Now I've seen, interviews and boxing, tutorials. I've seen Tank Davis, documentaries on how he trains and his discipline, his dedication. Of course, the great lightweight Pretty Boy Floyd. Okay, Floyd, Mr. Money Mayweather. Okay, I've seen his documentaries. Mike Tyson documentaries. Like it was just beautiful poetry in motion. I'm surprised. I mean, when you think about it again, like you got to give these fighters respect because at the end of the day, this is a dangerous. Like you know how many men have died. There was a man like 2-3 years ago. His eyes really rolled in the back of his head. I forgot his name. He was Haitian, but he got killed in the ring. He took so many shots in the back of his head, it killed that man. I'm just literally surprised that Mike Tyson has never killed a man before in the ring because, again, like back in the day, I've seen his highlights, I've seen his documentaries of how he was when he was just Iron Mike, how he would literally just punish grown men in that ring. I'm surprised he ain't got no, murders under his belt. But again, white women have a history in the athletic and the professional athlete space of calling black women who outperform them men. Y'all know y'all do it. Y'all did it to Simone Biles, and y'all do it today to her. People still accuse Simone Biles of being a man because, again, like she brings the gold effortlessly because that's just who she is. She's a goat. She's disciplined, hardworking. Serena and Venus Williams, they've even grown white men. Like men have attacked them since they were little girls, since it was 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, calling them men because they outperform somebody, and it's disgusting. It's sick. I'm so sick of the racism and freaking sports. It's so disgusting and played out and petty. Imagine how pathetic you are. You a woman, you get your ass kicked by another woman in the ring. The first thing you do, you done bowed out. Okay, you done fell out the ring. And now you accusing her, and you say that they on drugs. You need to test them for performance enhancing drugs. Or, they're a man. They have more testosterone. They say like, okay, even if Imane does have more testosterone, that's like saying y'all need to kick Wemby out of the damn NBA because he's like 7'1". Yeah, like I'm tall, I'm 6'5", but he's taller. He has a genetic advantage over me. So why it should be a height limit in the NBA when it comes to basketball, the men's basketball game. Like Wemby is too tall. Like no, it don't work that way. He was born with what he was born with, his gifts and his genetic advantages. He takes advantage of it, and rightfully so. Y'all both are men. You 6'5", he's 7'1". You better figure something out. Okay, you better work around it. You don't get to accuse people of taking drugs or they a man or whatever because you can't hang. You got your ass whooped. Let's be real. Angela got her ass kicked, and now she want to step in front. It's like they should turn this into an SNL episode because it's just hilarious. Again, it's like, did you not train? Just looking at their bodies, like Imane has more like lean muscle mass. Whereas freaking Angela, on the other hand, like she seemed like pillowy and softer. Like even me, I'm not trying to brag, but I feel like I got more muscle mass than she does. Okay? And like I seen a video of her bench pressing 10 pounds. I'm like, what is that going to do for your chest and your shit? Like, baby. Again, like I understand like maybe that's just for her explosiveness, like to train. Because I kind of train like that sometimes, but it's like that ain't enough. You got to, gradually put up that weight. As big as she is at 5'8", she should have at least 20 to 25 pounds at least. Bench pressing at least 10 reps. I say 10 reps, 3 sets of 10. That's 30 reps. And then even from then, just keep going on gradually. You got to build up your strength, Angela, because this is embarrassing. You running around crying, accusing everybody of being a man. It's like, listen, 48 laws of power, baby. Okay, know who you dealing with. This is not like high school girls, middle school girls fighting and like in your mama's basement. This is the Olympics. You know what that means? This is like the top again. This is the top performers and athletes from all sorts of sports around the world competing. If I was her, like, do they not know? Did she not know who she was dealing with? I'll be doing my research on this one. I'm like, okay, I'm representing Team Italy. Okay, in the women's boxing division. Who is my opponent? Oh, this is woman. This is Imane Khelif. She comes from Algeria. She stands at 5'10". I'm 5'8". Okay, how do I use that to my advantage? Okay, it seems like she generates more power in her swing with the right hand, but her left hook is kind of weak. I can use that to my advantage. Like, did she not do her research on this woman before she went out there looking crazy, looking and crying and being a big freaking crybaby? You got the media, like, the likes of Logan Paul, a YouTuber, accusing her of being a man. I'm like, you know what? Imane needs to sue them. I will sue them all. I'm like, y'all not going to keep doing this to women of color. As soon as white women don't get their way, and a black woman, specifically a woman of color, but specifically a black woman in sports outperforms them. I remember when Simone Biles had one. I think it was in 2012. It was Team Italia. It was another Italian woman. She said, "Well, you know what? Next Olympics, we're gonna paint our skin black too, so maybe we can win gold." Like, are you serious? That is so pathetic. That says more about you being a sore loser than they could ever say about these ladies that y'all accusing of winning this because they black, because they were born genetically male, because they taking drugs. They said that Serena Williams is the most drug tested athlete in all of tennis. Nobody got drug tested like she did because people couldn't believe. They wanted to disrespect her, put down this black woman, this beautiful black woman, put down her talents and say that it's because she's a man or because she's on performance enhancing drugs instead of, you know what, it's her God given talents. I don't even believe in God. Or just her being disciplined and being in the goddamn gym. Now, the same thing with Imane. Okay, this woman does not play. She was in the gym. I saw a little bit of her documentary of her training online, like, on TikTok and her Instagram. She does not play around. She was in that gym 5 to 7 days a week, putting in work. Now, what was Miss Angela doing? Nothing. Again, boxing is a brutal combat sport. I mean, it's like, Angela, girl, you should have known what you was getting yourself into. Can you not see, read, or hear about this woman? Do your research again. You got to know your enemy, okay? Know who you're dealing with before you get into a ring with somebody. I would have been watching film of this woman. Again, like just studying her moves, trying to counteract her punches. You whop, 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 whop. You got beat up within like 45 seconds flat. You crying and you running around the ring. I've never been hit that hard before. And speaking of that, Imane, again, like she's not a champion who never lost. She got beat up and lost. She took L's from like 9 different women. What do they have that you don't, Angela? Again, we need to y'all who accused her, y'all owe Imane an apology. And Angela Carini for Team Italia is a crybaby, and she ain't got no damn business being in the ring. She out there crying, how could y'all let her beat my ass? Like, girl, you knew what it was when you signed up. Grow up.